Hello, my lovelies. Happy Monday. This is going to be your weekly. Check the timestamps for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus or any other placements that you feel are important. We're going to start with the sign of Aries. I end with the sign of Capricorn. They go fire, water, air, and earth. All right, Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Let's see what's happening for you this week. Apologies if you can hear the crazy hellhounds outside. My dogs bark all the time. So I have a little noise canceling earpiece in, so hopefully that helps. If not, apologies. This is my life. It's a little hectic. All right, so what do we need to see for Aries for the next 7 days? What's happening? See, Valentine's Day would be in this week, so you may or may not have some romantic plans with you and your sweetheart. Some of you could be single. There will be an anti-love reading for you guys this week, as well as a love reading. So for you singles, we're going to put love and anti-love up, and then I might do a collective for everybody else. We'll see. All right, Aries, what do we need to see for the next 7 days? All right, so you have some sort of decision that you're weighing, it looks like, about the future. And I feel like part of it is movement, like physical movement. So you could be traveling, moving, relocating, getting out of conflict and chaos. What's crazy is you're going to have a lot of big changes this week. And those big changes are actually going to help catapult you towards success. But it's going to take a lot of courage for you to make this choice. So you need to be cautious with your choices right now. The other thing with this card is you got to see the reality for what it is. So no blindfold, okay? You got to remove the blinders and pick a path. Which direction are you going to actually go? I feel like it is towards calm and peace. Again, movement, travel, relocation, things like that. Definite possibilities. What's crazy is you come into a lot of abundance. So there's some really positive changes for you that await you once you make this decision. But again, you need some confidence. You need to find your courage and your strength in order to face any fears to do that. But you're bossing up, right? You might be the boss. You could be the leader. You might be somebody that, calls the shots here. And I feel like there's some changes. So maybe you have help there. Maybe you don't want to be the boss anymore. Maybe you're cashing out and you're like checking out. I feel like some of you are like taking a well-deserved vacation. I feel like some of you are like, hey, I got enough money. I'm going to travel. I'm going to move. I'm going to do all these things because I need to for my sanity. So take that vacation, take that rest, recharge, relax. And it's going to help give you some clarity. So it's going to help you to see things better, differently, more clearly. It's going to give you like the breakthrough that you need. I feel like you're also in this state of confusion. So the clarity will definitely help with that, because I feel like in order for things to go forward, you almost have to see things a little bit clearer. So we do have the clarity coming in. I do feel like there are quick and abrupt changes for you in this week, kind of catapulting you in a new direction. Again, the Chariot tells us that rapid changes are happening, but it's also changes that are necessary to restore balance, purchasing a vehicle, travel, movement, trips, things like that. For some of you, you lucky little shits, you get love and money. Both. You get both. You get your cake and you get to eat it too. So remember, you get to decide who you're sharing this news or this abundance with. So you need some boundaries. Don't let everybody walk all over you. I feel like you also have this need to kind of cut ties in a few places where things just don't really work. You might be standing up to people where maybe you didn't before. And I feel like there is some abrupt changes with confusion going to clarity. So I love that for you. It all hinges on a change for you this week. So make wise choices because you're going towards love, abundance, and a lot of financial security. Sagittarius, let's see what's happening for you this week. What's going on for my Sages? All right. Wow. We start with the Hierophant. Interesting. Okay, Sag. So you're either like developing some spiritual knowledge or going towards commitment or ascension. You do have some things that you need to think about. I feel like as far as work is concerned, there's lots of frustrations there, unfortunately, this week. So you're going to have to make a decision. Is it worth your time? or not. And if not, okay, well, shift and go in a new direction. But I do think that for some of you, your focus is on love, not necessarily on work. So that could be part of your physical ascension. I do think that things are frustrating you. So see the bigger picture, figure out what's going on there. Someone could be revealing they have a crush on you. It might lead to more. I do feel like you have unexpected offers coming. I do think for some of you, it could be going towards commitment, okay? Something actually solid. So we have love and commitment, partnership, marriage, soulmates, typically with the Two of Cups, and we have the Hierophant, meaning that it's something that's a deeper level. But I feel like you're kind of on the fence this week simply because you've been burned before. You've been through heartbreak, you've been through pain, some sort of loss, grief, mourning, and you don't want to go backwards, right? So make sure that it's right for you. Start planning or setting some goals for your future, especially around work, because I feel like what you're currently doing, it's not really fulfilling you. So you might want to try some new things. I also feel like you've got a lot of sleepless nights going on, nightmares, worry, obsessive thoughts. It could be about love. It could be about something else. So kind of get out of your own way. There's something a little off, either with a person or a situation in your life that you can't quite trust this energy. So you've got to decide, do you want to continue on that path or do you wish to cut it off? Because there's liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, and deceptive people, and we don't want that. So you may need to cut the world off for a little while, do some inner work, some shadow work, and some reflection in order to realize what you need to work on, what needs to heal in order to gain you the victory that you're looking for. For some of you, it's public recognition. It could be to do with work. I feel like some of you are stepping out of a comfort zone and going in a totally different direction, but it requires you to shift your perspective to see things differently. So I do think that you have maybe potential for two people coming in to, express feelings to you, that someone wants something real solid and somebody might be a little unsure. So make sure you know what you're doing. I also feel like work needs your focus right now. So can you devote the time to your career in order to make any sort of necessary adjustments? I think you can. I think for some of you, Valentine's Day might be really significant. You could be going towards marriage, commitment, union, partnership. And I feel like work is going to be on the back burner this week. So try and iron those things out and find the balance. Leos, let's see what's happening for you this week. What's going on for Leo? Show them what they need to see, what's happening for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, just like Sag, you need to shift your perspective, find the silver lining, see that all hope is not lost, and we need to not cry over spilled milk. For some of you, you've got new love coming in, or you've got to make a decision about love. Cupid's arrow has struck, right? And so there's something that needs to be communicated. And I feel like you need to trust your instincts and intuition in order to decide when is the right time. I also see that we have some new job prospects coming in. So there could be some positive changes going on there. But I think you're going to be a bit confused at first on what to do. So that's why it's important that you trust your instincts and intuition. There's some positive news coming in this week that you will hear about. Could be related to love. It could be related to a new job, but there's a reason to celebrate. So some positive changes. It does hinge on a decision for you. So make sure you've got some clear-cut boundaries. Leave anything toxic or negative behind you. You're moving towards abundance, and I feel like you will have a lot of attention on you. So super important that we shift our perspective and we find the silver lining, especially when it comes to love and money. There is a new potential partner coming in. I feel like someone communicates how they feel, or you hear news of some kind. Trust your instincts and intuition as always. I do think for some of you it's job related, that some positive changes are coming in that sector. Will leave you a little confused either with work or love coming in. And I do think there is good news to celebrate. So positive changes. Make a decision you can live with. Take the blindfold off. Trust your instincts and intuition. Put up boundaries where it's required. Get out of survival mode. Let go of the doom and gloom mentality, because you do have financial security and abundance coming in, and you're going to have a lot of attention. So whether that's at work or in your romantic sector, there could be some spying eyes, but somebody's getting ready to take some action towards you. A lot water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We're going to start with the sign of Cancer. What do we have going on for you this week? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, wow, and Venus. A whole new world. Sorry, that was awful. Sometimes the music it starts playing in my head. All right, so we have a whole new world of opportunities that are opening up for you. So it could start with a romantic offer. There could definitely be something that shocks you. It takes you by surprise, right? It's like, where did that come from? I have no idea. Why is she singing? She's a tarot reader. Because sometimes the music just overwhelms me. So apologies for your ears. All right. So we do need to kind of focus on the bigger picture here. It looks like there could be travel, movement, relocation, positive changes coming up for you. You might be moving for a job. You might be moving for love, but there is some progress going forward. So I feel like it's crucial that you take some time to reflect on these decisions before you decide, because someone wants you to pick them. Somebody definitely wants you to be their one and only. And then I feel like work needs your attention, right? So it's like, we're being pulled in two different directions. So put boundaries in place where it's needed, but be willing to take a step in a new direction and try new things, step out of a comfort zone, and let go of the fucking past, because the past is not what you want, right? We let go of that for a reason. There's new opportunities coming in, so you have to decide. Do we stay stuck and stagnant? Are we staying with the past stuff? Or do we wish to go forward in a new direction? Because we have choices to make. You could have a new job prospect coming in that leads to abundance, helps gets you out of the pits of hell there, let go of the backstabbing, the sabotage, and the illusions. We need to see the truth for what it is, and the past was nothing but heartbreak and pain. So let's go towards our whole new world here, and let's see what the new stuff has to offer us. Because I feel like for some of you, it's going to be worth your time, but you never know unless you try. Pisces, my home team, I promise I won't sing for you. Sometimes the music, it's too loud in my head and I have to get it out. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we got going on for you? Pisces, what do they need to see for their week ahead, Pisces? Wow, Pisces, holy shit. You're letting go of the burdens so you can chase your happiness. I'm proud of you. Really, I am. So we're letting go of the heavy load, right? The weight of the world on our shoulders, or the weight of other people's opinions. You know, we need to let go of those things. Holy cow, Pisces, what a turnaround. All right, so I feel like you can have the happiness that you desire. You can have love, marriage, commitment, all of those things, but I feel like you've got to kind of get out of this state of confusion to get there. So first and foremost, right, we're dropping that dead weight, that heavy load. Why? Well, you have to, right? You can't carry all that shit with you forever. You've got to go towards your happiness. This is a sense of security. It's a sense of family. It's marriage. It's commitment. It's the happiness that you crave, and ultimately you have a wish fulfillment that's trying to come in. But there is this pesky, like, I don't know, is that for me? Get out of your head, Pisces. Get out of your own way. We got to get rid of the confusion. What's funny is you have 10, 10, 9, 5, 5, which is 10. So 10, 10, 10. That's a big deal. Lots of things are changing for you this week, Pisces. So get out of this sense of doom and gloom, right? Shift your perspective and see that things can improve. There's somebody that's watching you. This person's really curious about what you're up to. It could be a future partner that's coming in. Could be a younger air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but somebody that's kind of got their eye on you in some way, shape, or form. Let's hope it's for the right reasons. We also have some new job prospects, so work could be improving. I do feel like you're moving on up, getting into greener pastures. Now they're playing the old Jefferson's theme song, moving on up to the east side. See, I said I wasn't going to sing for you guys. Sorry, my bad. All right, so anyway, we have this need for boundaries. I feel like the boundaries needs to be like, you're kind of a free spirit, and you're somebody who doesn't like real strict routine most of the time. And so I feel like those things are also going to kind of change for you, where maybe you kind of get to create your own schedule. Maybe you work for yourself or something, or maybe you're going to have parameters for when people have access for work, right? So maybe you have more of a set routine for your business hours. And I feel like that's also going to help. But you also need need to kind of keep people out of your business that don't belong there. So you're going to need to set some boundaries. But Spirit's asking you to make a choice about love. And can you see the bigger picture? Is it a burden to you, Pisces? Is it something you really don't want? It's not good for you. It's not healthy. Or is it the fucking happiness that you've been seeking? Because I feel like you have a choice between two things. We have the Hanged Man, which is Pisces energy, and this tells us, Pisces, that you, my love, are somebody that really needs to set yourself free. Like, you're a free spirit, right? You're somebody who doesn't usually fit well in a little box, and so you kind of need to break the mold and do your own thing. And so part of that might be starting your own business, right? You might be a mentor to others, showing people how to do the things that you do. Maybe you're a healer of some kind, but I feel like this is an opportunity for you to build your empire. And so get on that stuff. You need to do those things. Remember, Spirit's going to show you where you need to take action and win. But when others fail to take action, it might be time for you to shine. So let go of the heavy burdens. Chase that happiness. You do have a decision about love and career this week. So make wise choices and put up boundaries where it's needed. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what we've got going on for you this week. Apologies, water signs. I sang a little bit for Cancer. I sang a little bit for Pisces. Let's see what we got for our Scorpios. Ooh, an unexpected love offer coming in, but is it toxic as fuck? Is it something you want, or is it something you're like, oh my God, no? Are you confused about your feelings? Because I feel like you could be initially. I feel like you have a really big temptation that's about to show up in your life. And so you need to make wise choices, because I feel like downward spiral if you don't. I do feel like for some of you, you're working on building a legacy, right? You're working on building your empire, your abundance. You could come into some sort of lottery win, some sort of inheritance, or some form of abundance. And I do feel like for some of you, this unexpected love offer will lead to more. Hiccups for confirmation. It will lead to commitment for some of you, and for others of you, it's a downward spiral, right? It's toxic. It's not hiccups for confirmation. So it's toxic. It's not healthy. There's something that needs to go. You're letting go of maybe a commitment you're already in. Maybe it's money motivated while you're still stuck there. But I feel like you need to listen to your instincts. You need to get the heck out of something that's not good for you. The finances are going to recover. You have more coming in. You're going towards a period of recovery, but I do feel like you need to cut somebody off. You need to leave them out in the cold, and you need to go your own way, because you need to recover from whatever this toxic person, situation, or cycle happens to be. So remember that you need to look at the things different in your life. You got to shift your perspective and set yourself free. What are the things that are holding you back in life? What's holding you back from a wish fulfillment and ultimately your ultimate happiness? Is it you? Is it somebody else? Is it a situation? Is it money? What is it that you desire? Because I feel like you could have it if you change your perspective. Where did it go? Where is it? There it is. Yeah. See, what was I saying? Something fucking toxic. Okay, so you're going to have either a huge temptation, okay, coming in for you. And I feel like the temptation could lead to heartbreak, right? Because there's this deceptive ass person in your life that is a huge temptation, but we know they're fucking toxic. So please, for the love of all things, let go of this situation. Why? Because A, it's not healthy, and B, you could have something that is. You could not only have that, but you could also have the financial stability that you probably also need. So you're going to have an offer coming in. The question is it stable and healthy, or is it toxic as fuck and leads to nothing but heartbreak? You've got some serious decisions to make this week, so please trust your instincts and intuition. And if you can't, if that leaves you in a state of confusion, then you need some time to yourself to really figure out and sort out what it is you want going forward. Say no to the toxic, go towards something that's better. Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for you guys this week. What do we have happening for the Geminis? All right, Spirit, show them what they need to see. What does Gemini need to know this week? Okay, ooh, Queen of Wands. All right, you could be manifesting something or someone in your life. I feel like you're also maybe finding your confidence again. Maybe you're kind of putting yourself back out there a little bit. It is, after all, the week of love for those who want to celebrate Valentine's Day. So, you know, I'm a firm believer that it shouldn't be just designated to a single day all year long that you show the people in your life that you love and care for them, right? That should be an everyday thing you should show them. Maybe if you have someone in your life, you just randomly show up with flowers on a Tuesday afternoon, be like, hey, I was thinking about you, saw these, thought you might like them. Here you go. You know, things like that. Hey, let me, you know, take care of yada yada for you so you can go have a break, whatever. If you're single, I feel like it won't be for much longer. I do think that there's been a lot of turmoil in your life. There could have been a lot of conflict, a lot of chaos going on, and I feel like those things are starting to settle down. I do feel like you're kind of coming out of this sense of confusion of like, what the hell do I do next? And I do think at just the right time, the right person will kind of fall into your lap or wander into your life. It could lead to commitment, but I do think that you will have a choice that you have to make. I don't think it's between multiple people, although the Five of Wands can also mean competition or rivalry. So maybe you're going to have to pick between two people. Lucky you. All right. The Wheel of Fortune says that we have some positive changes coming for money, for luck, that Spirit is spinning good luck in our favor. So who couldn't use more of that? Why? It's really going to help you get out of this state of confusion as well as conflict and chaos, right? So go towards your peace, go towards your happiness. Try not to overthink things so much this week. Kind of get out of that overthinking mentality and really leave it behind. Walk away from the things, situations, whatever they happen to be, that don't serve your highest good. Spirit's asking you this week to start planning or setting some goals for the future. What are those? Is it work related? Is it love related? Is it just personal goal related? Because I feel like you have a lot of things you want to achieve. So don't forget to nurture the things you want to grow in your life. You could have a water sign coming in, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, that's very nurturing. Somebody that really wears their heart on their sleeve. Somebody who's able to communicate. Somebody who's protective, who's loyal, who's trustworthy. Come on, those are good qualities, right? You could have a past with this person, or a past person could resurface. I also feel like you might have some like nostalgia going on. So don't overthink the past. Remember, you can't go backwards, only forwards. And you definitely need some boundaries. This seems to be a theme in most of the readings, that everybody's working on boundaries during this week. So that's interesting. I do feel like you might overthink this love offer that comes in for whatever reason. So build up your confidence. Remember, we don't need to be arrogant in any way, shape, or form, or vain, but we just need to, you know, walk in the room like you fucking own the place. Maybe you do. I don't know. Walk away from the shit that's shit in your life and leave all the toxicity behind, and choose to go towards things that bring you happiness and joy, as well as there is this string of good luck that I feel like is coming in. So set a couple of goals for your future, and what do you need to do to achieve those? Libra, let's see what's happening for you this week. What's going on for Libra? Well. We have the Emperor with the 8 of Coins. So Big Daddy's ready to finally do some work, huh? He's coming in hot. I do think that this person's finally getting some fucking clarity on love. Yep. So Divine Masculines, you could be getting some clarity on who your counterpart is. Twin Flame, Soulmate, whatever title you want to give it. It doesn't matter. It's simply energy. All right. So this could be a past person that reaches out. We have the 6 of Cups out here. It could also be that you have a past life with this person. I feel like there also needs to be some boundaries addressed in this situation, and I feel like we need to have big picture thinking. So I do think that some of you could be dealing with a really cold authority figure. This could be someone from your past. This could also be like a karmic partnership that maybe is fizzling working out whatever happens to be there. I also think that, we're going to get clarity, right? Things are going to be revealed to us, illuminated, and then anything that's hidden gets brought to the light, right? So we can make decisions. For some of you, you're calling it quits with the current partner and you're going solo, you're going in a new direction. Maybe you're going away from a karmic towards a divine counterpart. But there is definitely this sense of like leaving things behind and letting the past go, right? So we need some boundaries, but we also need goals for the future. So make sure you set the boundaries and make sure you set the goals so that you can achieve where you want to be. Remember that slow and steady wins the race here. But I also feel like that the King of Coins tells us that we have to put in the work in order to be successful. So what was I saying? That the divine masculine is ready to put in the work. So he's building his empire. Maybe he's achieved what he needs to achieve. And then it's like, oh, okay, well now I'm ready to focus on love. There's the fucking tower moment to usher in the change that needs to happen. I think divine feminine could be leaving a karmic partnership and going towards a divine counterpart. I also feel like there's this element of you have a history with this person, whether you realize it or not, whether it's past life, soul ties, whatever. And so both parties need to be willing to put in the work for things to actually change and go forward. But I do think that that's possible. Let me get one clarifier. Yeah, this is going to be successful, like the fruits of your labor are paying off. Anything else you can tell me about this Emperor and this Tower moment? Yeah, the Queen of Swords with the Star. So I feel like this divine counterpart for you, male or female, could be a little icy when you approach. Maybe you didn't invest in this person when you had the chance. Maybe you did. Maybe there were things that needed to be ironed out. So she's very skeptical when you approach. Know that when you go forward. But you see this person as a wish fulfillment, and I feel like in divine timing, all things will happen. But I feel like this person is also wishing for a bright new future with the person that they actually know they're meant to be with. So you guys got a lot of crazy energy going on. Expect some breakthroughs, expect some big changes, do what is best for all involved, and find peaceful resolutions because you have love and a wish fulfillment that's trying to come in. Aquarius, my aqua sauce, what's happening for you this week? Let's see if we can find out what's happening for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Bottom of the deck is the Star. That's your energy. We're going to start there. So we are exiting Aquarius season. Let's see, will it be that week? Yeah, the following week. So you guys are like at the tail end of your season. Starting, what is it, the 19th or something? 19th or 20th, we enter Pisces season. So I feel like Aquarius, you have some sort of wish fulfillment that's starting to come in for you this week. Did you plan or set some goals that you're working towards achieving? Some of those might be multiple options. You might have a lot of options in love this week, so choose wisely. You got to put in the work where it's required, right? So you can't be lackluster, you can't be lazy with all that stuff. It is love that's coming in for some of you. You might have been wishing on a star. I hope you've been doing your shadow work, because if you've been doing the shadow work, you're going to love the person that you're turning into. I feel like you're finding your confidence, and that's causing you to make some forward progress, go in a new direction. Judgment. Wow. Okay. So Divine is pulling some strings for this wish fulfillment to usher in the healing that you need and let go of the conflict. Okay. So I feel like your wish fulfillment could be coming in. I feel like if you've been doing the work, you've been setting the goals, you're, working on you, working on letting go of the things that are not good for you. I feel like you have the potential for some good partnerships coming in. Give me some clarity on the Ace of Cups. Could be a water sign that's coming in, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Yeah, but you might overthink this. So you've got to be cautious with that. No negative thinking, because that's going to hold up your blessings. So think positive. If you notice you're thinking negative, flip the script, because you are going to cut off some things in order for this recovery to be in full effect, right? Yep, because you manifested this new beginning. That's Aries energy with the Magician. So What is that? A Cinderella that, she's got the fairy godmother that's waving the magic wand and, bibbidi bobbidi boo. This is for you, is what Spirit's telling me. So the blessings are coming in. They're going to come in quickly. If you've been doing the work, get ready for a wish fulfillment. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on for you this week? What's happening for Virgo? Ooh, the Hierophant. Okay, so you are spiritually growing and ascending. You could also be thinking about the future, partnerships. You might be learning something new. I feel like you also are leaving a heavy burden behind, the Ten of Wands. So we're letting go of maybe you're breaking tradition. Maybe you're stepping out of a comfort zone. The South Node moved. There we go. I'm trying to combine words again. My brain's channeling really fast today, so apologies if I sound like I'm speaking super fast. So I feel like with the North Node being in Pisces and the South Node being in Virgo is about perfectionism, right? It's one of those signs that it's we like everything meticulous and perfect and ironed out and all of that good stuff. So I feel like there's always something in your life that's a little chaotic as a result, right? Because not everything can be prim and proper and perfect all the time, even though maybe we want it that way. I have Virgo placements too, so I understand. So I feel like what Spirit's trying to show you, because the South Node is what we're leaving behind. So we're leaving behind perfectionism. Don't freak out. It's going to be okay. And we're learning to embrace more creative solutions. Pisces in the North Node, right? So that's the 12th house. Pisces rules things like intuition and creativity. And so Spirit's trying to kind of get you out of this box that maybe you've put yourself in and allow you to make mistakes every once in a while. Allow you to be human, okay? That's what you're here to do. You are a soul living a human experience, so you're meant to experience these things. So the Eight of Pentacles says that we're going to put in the work, right? We're putting in the work to change. So what are we changing? Probably more than likely we're letting go of perfectionism and we're learning to embrace our faults, okay? So the Queen of Wands tells us that this is also going to help you to kind of be seen, get back into the spotlight, find your confidence again. Maybe you're taking good care of yourself and maybe people are like, hey, who's that over there? I want to check them out. Maybe they are checking you out. Who knows? So you're going to have to think about the future and what does that look like? You're going to go in a new direction. And I feel like once you make that decision, the Chariot tells us that it's going to happen quickly. You might be taking a trip somewhere. You might be buying a vehicle. But there is forward progress where we've been held back, right? We've had these burdens on us. And so things have been restricting our forward progress, and that's about to be removed. So remember how to have fun again. What is that childlike mentality or that childlike wonder? What does your intuition tell you, right? Pisces energy, High Priestess. So we're going to get out of this box that we've built around ourselves that confines us. Okay, and we're going to expand, all right? And we're going to chase after our dreams and our goals. And that's going to be successful with the Ten of Pentacles. So you have a lot of things that I feel like you've been working on. You've paid your dues, you've done the work, or you're doing the work. So that tells us now it's time to kind of, okay, let's enjoy some of that. Otherwise, what was all the work for? These things will be illuminated to you. Whatever needs to change, whatever is hidden, those things are going to be revealed. Judgment also tells us that there is a change in perspective, forgiveness. Also, some sort of decision is being reached, and I feel like it has to do with marriage, commitment, and your happiness, because you have the Hierophant and you have the Ten of Cups. So not only could you have the commitment that you long for, but it could be something that's super beautiful. So take those restraints off, kind of shake the dust off this week, get creative, and embrace your flaws. Taurus, hello. Let's see what we've got going on for the bull gang. What's happening for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do they need to see this week? What's happening? Ooh, the Nine of Swords. All right. We might be dealing with a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights. So we've got to kind of quiet the chatter that's going on, especially if it's negative, followed by the Ten of Swords. It is negative. All right. So I feel like you really need to kind of take a step back, regroup. I feel like it's time to get out of survival mode, and that we need to find our confidence again, and that we need to have fun again, and then the right people will start to gravitate towards us. Okay, so I feel like the biggest thing is that we've gotten in this pattern of overthinking, and so we need to shift that. We can't stay in that mentality because that causes us some issues. So it's time to let those heavy things go. Get out of survival mode and learn to live again. I feel like with the Queen of Wands that you are starting to rebuild your confidence in some way, shape, or form, and that it may have taken a long time to get there, but your ships are coming in. So there is some change that's approaching. Don't be afraid of the change. It's for the better. And then we have the Two of Wands. So we've got to contemplate, what do we want for the future going forward? You know, if you're in a really crummy situation, we probably don't want to go back to that ever again, right? We want to make strides to go in a new direction. So travel, movement, things like that. And you need boundaries going forward. We don't want to put ourselves back in this situation. So we have to have boundaries, and we have to stick to those. And maybe you need to be the leader that you needed all along. So you might be bossing up. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo, somebody that is helping you to usher in these changes. I feel like you're also somebody who's focused on money and finances right now. You could also be welcoming in somebody new, business or otherwise, that is focused, goal-oriented, and could help you to achieve your goals. There could also be an unexpected love offer coming in. Maybe you're ready for that. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's a Valentine's Day surprise that this person's like, hey, I kind of like you. What's up? Want to go out? Want to hang out? What are you doing? So be open for that, because here's your energy, Taurus, Hierophant, this tells you that maybe you need to break tradition. Maybe you need to step out of your comfort zone, try new things, expand your horizons, expand your knowledge, kind of be a little more worldly instead of so closed off. The Hierophant is a card of ascension. It's also a card of marriage and commitment. It's a card of tradition. So maybe traditional things work for you, maybe they don't. Figure out what works best for you. There will be a reason to celebrate. So there's positive changes coming in that could lead to love, marriage, and commitment for you. So I feel like for some of you, you could be celebrating a new connection that leads to whatever you're looking for, whether that's contentment, marriage, children, the whole 9 yards. It is definitely written in the cards. So there is an unexpected love offer coming for you. Leave all the junk behind you. Go towards something new. It could be everything you're looking for. Capricorns, let's see what's happening for you this week. What do we have going on? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For Capricorn, 5 of Swords. Oh, we're in a state of confusion. What do we do? There could be a lot of internal tower moments going on. 4 of Swords, yeah. You need a break. What do you got going on that's leaving you so confused and utterly exhausted? Because you need to get rid of that. 6 of Swords. So you want to make sure that you're leaving conflict and chaos behind, and you're going towards your peace. For some of you, you're moving, traveling, relocating to get away from that, because things are being illuminated. So any sort of deception or hidden things are coming to the light, so you can make adjustments and go towards something that is not only peaceful but a reason to celebrate. Could be birthdays, anniversaries, parties, things like that going on. And I feel like somebody needs to take action, whether that's you or someone else. Somebody is gathering their confidence to move, right? Move in a new direction. It could be towards love. This is an unexpected love offer, so you might be gathering up your confidence to speak up. And, Valentine's Day is this week, and say, hey, I kind of like you. What do you think about that? Put it out there, see what happens. The 4 of Wands tells us that we are bringing in some sort of stability, a solid, stable foundation, something we could build on. It's a card of celebration as well. Could lead to marriage and commitment. The Lovers, ooh, it is Valentine's Day this week, right? So if you want love, go after what you want. You do have to make a decision to get there. The 2 of Wands, I feel like someone's thinking about the future, what direction they want to take. Again, travel opens up. And the 3 of Swords. So don't let things lead to heartbreak. I feel like, if that's always in the back of your mind that, it's just going to lead me to more heartbreak, well, it could. But in order to find love, you've got to be willing to take that risk and take action to try, or you're never going to know. So play the what if game. little angel on your shoulder and the devil on this one. Is it good? Is it bad? Weigh the pros and cons. Is there something hidden? Do you know this person very well? Is it a risk you're willing to take? Because it could turn out to be something that's really good for you. So, should they take the risk this week on love? Should they take the risk this week on love? Let's see. The Hermit. I don't know if you're going to or not. It could be a Virgo. Maybe you're going to leave perfectionism at the door and you're just going to chase your happiness. Anything else? Yeah, Page of Wands. You got to get back out there and live a little bit. You can't be so worried that everything's going to be doom and gloom all the time. So plan or set some goals for the future, but go after what it is that you want, because it could lead to a solid, stable commitment. I feel like you really need to let the past be with the Six of Cups, and you need to go in a new direction, because it could lead to some happiness in your future, but you're going to have to take that first step to find out. Have a great week.